Hey, before we start this video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate y'all. We just got to 20K. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all for getting me to this point. But anybody that want to go watch my full live streams, all my full live streams are exclusively on Patreon. Patreon only. That's my dating content, my reactions, everything that this channel has to offer will be fully on Patreon, unedited, unfiltered. It's only $6 a month or $12 a month. Both tiers, you get the same exact content. It's just how much you want to support. You're going to get all my exclusive videos that YouTube don't post or won't let me keep up because they soft as hell, and every single one of my live streams from this point forward. And these are going to be daily posts. I'm not gonna make y'all don't get y'all money's worth. I'm posting every single one of my full live streams exclusively on Patreon. So you're not about to pay that money and then I'm posting every other day, every few days. No, you're getting videos every single day. Every single time I post a video on YouTube, y'all gonna get it before anybody else. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, and for the people that don't like me, continue to eat the enjoy the video. Breaking news. 7 mass shootings in 3 weeks, leaving trails of blood, chaos, and heartbreak all across America. Boy, this is wild. And this is just the stuff that's being thrown around on the media. This isn't even the stuff that's probably happening behind the scenes that's not getting as much media attention. 9/28, September 28th. Veteran Thomas Sanford rams truck into Michigan church, torches it, shoots an AR-15, 4 dead, 8 hurt, killed by the police. The day before that, September 27th, Marine Nigel Edge snipes bar from boat in North Carolina, 3 killed, 8 wounded. Next one, a couple days before that, September 24th, Joshua John shoots immigrants at Dallas ICE. This is the one that I broke down on live, at the Dallas ICE facility shooting. 1 dead, 2 hurt, then suicide. Another one, September 20th, a couple days before that. Hunter Nadal shoots New Hampshire. I'm assuming this new NH is New Hampshire. Country club. 1 dead, others wounded. September 17th, Matthew Ruth ambushes police, ambushes cops in PA. I did a breakdown on this as well. 3 officers dead, 2 hurt. Obviously, I did a breakdown on this one as well. The Charlie Kirk shooting, September 16th. Tyler Robinson kills conservative. Charlie Kirk at Utah event. And I think I broke this down on live as well. I didn't post it. A lot of stuff that y'all see that happens, a lot of times I break it down on live, but I just never post it because sometimes I just don't feel like it's good enough for a video. But that's why I need to make this Patreon so y'all can see everything. But here's another one. September 10th, 16-year-old Desmond Holly rampages Colorado school. 2 dead and more wounded. Now, I don't think this even has everything else because there was a shooting at the Naval Academy that's not put up here. And I've heard like more other shootings and stuff that happen, mass shootings that's not put up here as well. Mass shootings are just, stuff like that. So it's not even everything. Obviously can't put everything, but this is stuff that's happening there are more of these things that are happening more often than, what's being shown here. And these are the faces of these people. Now, we can sit up here and we can sit up here and talk and say that we can do what the conservatives do, or we can do what the white extremists do, which is try to say that, yeah, this is just all white men are like this and stay away from the white man. We could do that, right? Me personally, I'm not disingenuous. I know that the majority of white men don't operate this way, but we could do what we could do if we wanted to. Now, I know some people in my chat don't give a damn, and I don't blame you, right? I'm just speaking for me, but I know some of y'all don't give a damn because you like, hey man, look, they don't respect us, so fuck them, right? But, and again, I'm talking to the white extremists, not the regular, some good white folks out there. I'm talking to the white extremists, right? If the roles were reversed, this would be all over national media. You know what they're not going to mention? They're not going to mention their political party. I bet you that. When it comes to white people and white shooters and things like this, they always make sure that they mention the political party that they're affiliated with. So they always have to make sure that they're white, but they're liberal. Oh, they're white, but that's Antifa. They're white, but like they're pro-Israel. So whenever it comes to them, it's not the fact that their skin color and their ethnic group is the biggest issue. It's the fact of their mentality that's the biggest issue. But when it comes to black people, none of that matters. Their political affiliation doesn't matter. Whether they're liberal, conservative, none of those things matter. He's black. They're all black. He's just a black, and that's just what the blacks do. But if it's the whites, it's never what the whites do. It's what the liberals do, or it's what the pro-Israel people do. It's the Antifa. It's the the Black Lives Matter supporters. It's what they do. It's the LGBTQ. Oh, he's trans. It's what they do. So again, I could be disingenuous and do the same thing. I'm not gonna do that though, right? Because I feel like I have an obligation and responsibility as a content creator, to be honest, and keep things unbiased across the board as much as I can. But my chat don't do that though. My chat might not do that though. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying my chat might feel a different way about it. I don't know. I ain't saying that you can't do what you want to do. I don't know nothing. I'm talking for myself. You can do what you want to do. I ain't mad at it though. So y'all understand the point. Now, in the wake of all of this stuff, these are what some of the white women are saying on the internet.
We talk about how ironic it is that the right demonizes people of color when the only time I feared for my life has been around a white man. I get so many hate comments like these few here. Most of the time I just write it off as immature, angry men, but the times that I've genuinely been scared that violence was going to be inflicted upon me have been white men. Not to mention that a lot of domestic violence as well as many mass shootings are committed by white men. There are going to be people in any demographic that commit crimes, but the fact that the right focuses so intensely on the single crime that a person of color commits is so dishonest. Some of the craziest things that have happened to me since I started posting is that I've gotten my account banned because white supremacists mass reported me for being underage, which I'm clearly not. They found my phone number and leaked it, so I had to change my phone number. They tried to get me fired by contacting any school in Chicago to see if I worked there. There was even an online page to see who was calling which school. I've literally been called a race traitor and told that I will be lynched along with POC. So no, people of color aren't the problem here. It is white men, and that's why I make the content I do. They prove it to me more and more every single day why it's necessary.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna say is for you black men that like to shit on black women all day and try to act like, oh, black women hate black men. Yeah, go talk to the liberal white woman and see what she says about her men. Now, I'm not saying white women have to hate white men. I don't want white women that hate white men. I don't want anybody to hate their own because I think it's fake. Now, I'm not saying she hates white men, but she does call out the truth and some of the things that she says. Now, again, she's a liberal white woman, so she's gonna more than likely, look at the black community as we're a handicap, not look at us as we're actual people. I'm not a liberal. I don't, identify with most of the ideologies that the liberals in general agree with. But at the end of the day, I may disagree with you on some fundamental points, but that doesn't mean that I can't agree with you on certain things as well. And the thing is I want to get to this point. Hold on. Let me play back.
We talk about how ironic it is that the right demonizes people of color when the only
I don't want to forget
time I feared for my life has been around a white man. I get so many hate comments like these few here. Most of the time
So I guess she added the hate comments, but she didn't put it on there. But most of the hate comments where women like this talk, they're going to call them a mud shark. If you're not on the internet enough or you don't know what a mud shark is basically a white woman who sleeps with a black man or has relationships with black men. And they look at that as like, just, it's just against the white race. And again, this is the white extremists that feel this way. I don't think the average regular white person, there are some good white people, but the white extremists, they feel this way. They feel like any connection with a black person is you're a mud shark, you're disgusting, you're evil, you're a white race traitor, all of these things that she's mentioned. So I'm just filling that in at that part where, I guess she was supposed to put it on screen, but she didn't. Or maybe they cut it out when they downloaded the video.
I just write it off as immature, angry men, but the times that I've genuinely been scared that violence was going to be inflicted upon me have been white men. Not to mention that a lot of domestic violence as well as many mass shootings are committed by white men. There are going to be people in any demographic that commit crimes, but the fact that the right focuses so intensely on the single crime that a person of color commits is so dishonest. Some of the crazy
It's very much so dishonest. I've broke down the 1360 argument a million times. I'm not about to do it again. If you still think at this point that 13% of the population commits 60% of the crime, you are a idiot and you just want to be disingenuous at this point because it's been debunked a million times. The context has been added a million times. I've broken it down and debunked it a million times. If you still believe that the 13% of the population per capita, because they like to say we don't understand per capita, which we genuinely do. They don't like that we call out the context of the per capita. That's the issue that they have. But if you still believe to this day that 13% of the population, which is the black community, which I think we're more than 13%, honestly, I think we're closer to 20. I don't think we are 20, but I think we're much more than 13, I would say. A few percentages higher than that. But if you still think that 13% of the population commits 60% of all crime or all violent crime, then you're being disingenuous and you have a low IQ. And if you would like to debate me, anybody, we can do that on live. If anybody that's gonna watch this video or anybody that's in here right now, when you watch this video, just comment and say, hey, I want to debate you on the 1360 argument, and I will destroy you, make you look like a fucking idiot. Make sure you cam up too, so I can see the reaction in your stupid face when I destroy your point. But Let's keep going.
These things that have happened to me since I started posting is that I've gotten my account banned because white supremacists mass reported me for being underage, which I'm clearly not. They found my phone number and leaked it, so I had to change my phone number. They tried to get me fired by contacting any school in Chicago to see if I worked there. There was even an online page to see who was calling which school. I've literally been called a race traitor and told that I will be lynched along with POC. So no, people of color aren't the problem here. It is white men, and that's why I make the content I do. They prove it to me more and more every single day why it's necessary.
Now, a very important point, right? Look at the DM. Most of the white extremists and the stuff that they say online always comes from these pages. No profile picture, no followers, follows nobody, or they follow a bunch of people. They don't really have that much attention because they're too scared to be honest and put their face behind what they believe in. See, the thing is, and I don't like the picking and choosing of when you want to have your belief system of free speech, right? Y'all know I'm a conservative. I don't I believe in free speech as long as you're not targeting children, as long as you're not doxing people, like putting people's numbers and addresses out there, and as long as you're not inciting violence, like, hey, let's go meet up and let's go do something to somebody. Like that's where I draw the line at. But if you have things that you want to say, I don't think that you should be shut up based on what you're saying. You know, it could be harsh, it could be mean, it could be racist, it could be misogynistic, whatever that may be. It could be misandrist, it could be whatever. Don't care. At the end of the day, I believe people should have freedom of speech. But it's funny because freedom of speech only applies to people whenever they, you know, agree with them. So although you've seen it with this Charlie Kirk situation, you've seen it with what she's talking about right now. With the Charlie Kirk situation happened, a lot of the white extremists did not like how, and again, I'm saying white extremists. So if you're a white person, you take offended, then you're the white extremist I'm talking about. Eat it, don't care. But for the white extremists, a lot of them had an issue with the people who were talking down on Charlie Kirk, who were saying jokes about Charlie Kirk, who was basically dissing the dead, you know, doing negative, making negative posts and trolls about Charlie Kirk. Now, me personally, I think it's kind of, you know, effed up, right? I think he was anti-black racist. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna talk on the dead. I'm not gonna diss on the dead. I probably agreed with maybe like 60% of what Charlie Kirk said. But when it came to the black community, I think most of us can understand, even if you're a black conservative, you probably can understand that Charlie Kirk just was very disingenuous and he's just anti-black racist. But it is what it is. I don't really care. It doesn't affect my personal life. I don't really care. But again, I think it was messed up the way he went out. I wouldn't applaud that or promote that, but some people do. And at the end of the day, if people want to do that, that's on them. You know why? Because we live in a free country and they have freedom of speech. I don't think that people should have their YouTube channels taken down. I don't think people should have their Twitter pages taken down. I don't think people should have their social media platforms where they can make money. I don't think people should be losing their jobs and things like that for, you know, a joke or things like that. I don't think that's okay. And the problem is the conservatives, and again, I am one, but I'm not one of them types. They don't think it's okay either, unless it has to do something with what they believe in. So it's okay to diss on, you know, make jokes about, you know, Martin Luther King's death. It's okay to talk about all the black leaders. It's okay to talk about Malcolm X. It's okay to shit on Assata Shakur. Oh, fuck her, she killed a white cop. But when we talk about George Washington, when we talk about Abraham Lincoln, when we talk about all of the mass killings and all of the negative things that these white leaders have done historically in America, oh, everybody applauds it and puts it up and props it up as something that's positive. Most of these people were child molesters. Most of these people were mass murderers. Most of these people were doing negative things, some of the most heinous crimes against humanity. But white extremists, they prioritize and popularize these people, and they praise these people, right? But when it comes to somebody that's black, now they have an issue with it. And if you talk down against their people, they want you to be shut up. But but it's okay for them to talk down on us. That's the disingenuous that I don't like. I think everybody should have free reign to say what they want to say. Me personally, that's just what I believe, right? If you're gonna dish it out, you got to be able to take it. They're so weak and soft that they can't take it. They want to dish it out, and they don't like that people give pushback, especially when it's one of their own, like this woman here. Especially when they feel like she's conventionally attractive. Especially when she probably sleeps with black men. Now, her sexuality or who she sleeps with is not important, but it's not important to me or to her, but it is important to the people who dislike her because she is a white woman. So they see her as one of their own. So they want to see her, you know, with another white man. But we know historically, the white community in general, historically, right? Not, it may be a little bit different now, but historically, and especially the white extremists, they don't like the fact, they've always had an issue with black men, you know, sleeping with their women, right? Because, you know, I ain't got no complaints. I ain't never had no complaints. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So with that being the case, they already have a negative disposition on that. And we know that the way society And women in general, I would say all women, they have it's just black men are seen a lot of times as just sex symbols, just are. Now I don't think that's a good thing. I think it can be a good thing, I guess, if you want that, but I wouldn't say that that's like something that we should just be viewed as and objectified. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And with that, us being objectified, black women, that happens as well. But with black men being objectified sexually, a lot of women like us. A lot of women, black men can go to mostly every single country, and if he's an average man, he'll get women. Right? It just is what it is. They don't like that though, especially when it's their women. So that's why they go so hard on women like this, who again they probably perceive as conventionally attractive. She probably deals with black men, you know, and she'd be right up in their face. She's been on a couple podcasts, and I think she's pretty delusional when it comes to dating and relationships. She's pretty delusional. She's like most of the modern liberal women. But when it comes to, you know, what she's speaking on, she's 100% correct. So Charlie Kirk either lied or was plain stupid about his black pilot narrative. A so-called black man or woman has never crashed a commercial plane in American history. Exactly. 100% correct, Nathaniel. Good point. So yeah, just wanted to bring attention to that because it's funny. And yeah, these are the men that, you know, these people act like aren't white.